Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you store your Bitcoins offline. In the same time you have the possibility to listen to my almost perfect English. I give my best and I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Why do we store our Bitcoins offline? If you have your Bitcoins stored at your local computer at home, there could be a virus that steals all your Bitcoins, sends it to somebody else, and this person would spend all your Bitcoins. So this would be a bad thing we try to avoid. In the tutorial, we talk first about Bitcoin basics to understand, then we get ready for the offline backup, and number 3, we go through the whole process of the offline backup. I'm gonna show you in detail how I do that. When I got first into Bitcoins, I thought it works like with iTunes, where you can buy an MP3 file and then save it to your desktop. You see it sits here, the same MP3 file. With Bitcoins, it doesn't work like this. You can't save them to your desktop. It doesn't work like this. And I did this graphic here. What you get are the Bitcoin keys. You get a public key and you get a private key. The public key contains 34 characters, starts always with the character 1. You see that here. Make it public so other people can send you money. You get your private key, 51 characters long, starts always with the character 5. You see that here. Keep it secret, don't make it public. If a virus steals it from your computer, you will lose all your Bitcoins. So when you compare that to your real bank account, the public key is like your bank account number. It's public, so people can transfer money to you. You can tell anybody this public key, no problem, it's not a secret key. Now you have your private key, so this private key is secret. It's like your password for your credit card to spend your money. You never would tell anybody your private key, so keep it secret. Now we are going to talk about a simple transfer, how this works. When you plan to transfer, for example, Mike, this is your computer, this is Mike's computer. If you transfer 2 Bitcoins to Mike, you're gonna make a transaction order, you sell Mike 2 Bitcoins. So this information that you sold 2 of your Bitcoins, you see it here, you only have 3 Bitcoins left, Mike has 12 Bitcoins. This information is transferred to all the other computers attached to the Bitcoin network, so everybody gets informed that you just transferred Mike 2 Bitcoins. And in the future, you won't be able to transfer the same Bitcoins again, because everybody knows you sold 2 of your Bitcoins. And once again, you sell them with your secret key. This secret key allows you to spend your Bitcoins to somebody else. And here we have the public key. This key is public. It's like your bank account number. It's your Bitcoin account number. For the Bitcoin offline backup, I won't use any of the popular Bitcoin software. For that reason, I won't be hooked on any specific software. To me, this is really important. Down here, you see a list of the most famous Bitcoin clients. I won't use them. Your computer must be able to switch between these 2 setups. It's the same computer in 2 different setups. Setup 1 with internet connection, setup just how your computer is used to be set up. This is the state my computer is running right now. Later we switch to setup 2. No internet connection. Ubuntu is installed. CD burner installed, printer installed, you need a USB slot, we need a USB stick where you later install the Ubuntu operating system to your memory stick. It has to be at least 8 GB and 3 empty CD rollings. That's what you use for our offline backup. We start with setup 1 and we switch now to the website bitaddress.org to generate our Bitcoin keys. I'm gonna open this link. Here it is. And here we can generate our Bitcoin keys with this passphrase. I enter just a simple phrase. Today is really nice weather. Enter. So this is what we get. A public address starts with 3F and ends with NA. This is the private key, starts with JF and F3. So the question is, can we trust this website? We have to confirm this result with another website. This is brainwallet.org. And we enter the same sentence. Today is really nice weather. Enter. And you see we get, here is our public key. We get the same result, NA at the end. We switch back to bitaddress.org, NA at the end. We check our private key, JFA, F3 at the end. We switch back to bitaddress.org. F3 seems to be the same. We can check this with a third website, arabbitcoin.org. Go to this website, enter our phrase. Today is really nice weather. Yes, and you see on the third website we also get the same result. So to me it seems the website bitaddress.org is trustful. We're gonna use this website to generate our Bitcoin keys. So the next step will be we save this bitaddress.org website on our desktop and burn it on a CD-ROM. I'm gonna do this now. bitaddress.org HDM. We save it. I'm gonna open the burning software. The burning process just finished, and I'm gonna label my CD-ROM with the word bitaddress.org. Next step, we go to ubuntu.com and we download the Ubuntu operating system and also burn it on a CD-ROM. I'm gonna switch to the website and I just download this Ubuntu version to my desktop. And then we're gonna burn this ISO image on a second CD-ROM. So now we have one CD with the bitaddress.org website on it and a second CD with the operating system Ubuntu. Next step, we install Ubuntu on our memory stick. For that we switch from computer setup 1 to setup 2. Make sure your internet connection is unplugged. You open your computer and unplug the power cable from your hard disk. Remember, on your hard disk there could be viruses, so we don't want them to observe you. We plug in our memory stick and we enter our Ubuntu CD-ROM. I turn on my computer. This is the welcome screen of the Ubuntu installation CD. We choose Install Ubuntu. We see here that the internet is not connected. That's what we want. We press continue. We choose encrypt the new Ubuntu installation for security. We enter a password, write this down on a piece of paper. You're gonna use it later. I choose English. The installation is gonna take a few minutes. Creating your offline keys, public key and private key. Insert the CD-ROM with your bitaddress.org website on it. Now you see the working space of Ubuntu. We copied the bitaddress.org website on our desktop. We open the web browser Firefox, and remember, we are not connected to the internet right now. Like we did in the first part of the tutorial, we enter our passphrase. Today is really nice weather, and we check the result. Public address NA 13F seems to be the same. JF and F3. So we confirmed that we get the same result in an offline mode. Remember, we are not connected to the internet, so there is no virus that can observe us. We open the LibreOffice. It's similar to Microsoft Office Excel, where we store our public and private keys. Now we are going to create the public and private keys we are actually going to use in the future. So we don't enter just a simple phrase like today is really nice weather. We enter a really strange letter chain. You use numbers, you use a question mark. So it's really unlikely that another person is going to enter the exact same passphrase I just entered now, containing question marks, letters, small letters, big letters. The private and public key we just generated now, we copy them into the Excel file and we repeat this action several times. The list is getting long, so we have many public and private keys we can use in the future. And remember, these keys are generated offline. We are not connected to the internet right now. Now we save the Excel file to our desktop and burn it on a CD-ROM. Before burning your Excel file to the CD-ROM, you should encrypt it. I use a zip file with a password, so if I lose my CD-ROM, nobody can actually read my Bitcoin information and steal my Bitcoins. And finally, we print out our Excel file and store the piece of paper at a secure place. Pay attention that you don't mention the word Bitcoin on the piece of paper. Nobody has to know that these are private and public keys. Try to make it look weird, like shown on the right side. Use some strange mathematical numbers so everybody gets scared to look closer to that piece of paper. I recommend not to transfer all your Bitcoins to one public key address. I would split the Bitcoins up into like 5 Bitcoins to the first address, another 5 Bitcoins to the second address, another 5 Bitcoins to the third address. So if you would have problems with one public key, you wouldn't lose all your Bitcoins. You just split them up. This is it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial, learned a lot. If you want to donate and support my work, you're welcome. You find my public key below this window. Good luck and see you later.